AJ South,
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is BrettO Live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today we have the Week in Review, episode 129. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a setup style, talk about the show, tell you what happened in an action figure elite style set up. If you guys have been watching the past 129 episodes, you guys would know that this series is absolutely epic. Before we even get started, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into Monday Night Raw, and then we're going to jump into SmackDown about 6 minutes into the video. Feel free to skip to SmackDown if you guys want. So without further ado, let's do it. Starting over here, Goldberg brought it via satellite, more than likely from his house. He was sitting in his house with a camera in front of his face, basically saying that he is going to, yes, kill Bobby Lashley. He said, "You put my hands on my son, and I'm going to kill you for that." I'm like, okay, this is so stupid. Like, Goldberg, you're not going to kill Bobby Lashley. More than likely, we're just going to get a match at the Crap Jewel between Goldberg and Bobby Lashley because of what happened later in the show, which I will talk about. But yes, Goldberg did threaten to kill Bobby Lashley, which is insane. Moving over here was the 24/7 crap. It was Ricochet going up against Reginald in a one-on-one match. They did some pretty cool acrobatics, but then R-Truth, Drake Maverick, and Drew Gulak just rushed the ring, caused a disqualification, and tried to catch Reggie to take the 24/7 title away. I don't know why you would want the 24/7 title. Literally, whoever holds the 24/7 championship is the most irrelevant champion in WWE. I don't know who would want that title. But yeah, they failed to catch Reginald. And then Akira Tozawa, for whatever reason, demanded a match right after. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Who's coming out? And then Keith Bearcat Lee pops out. New persona, new gear, a little more of an aggressive attitude. He comes out, has a match with Akira Tozawa, and obviously destroys him. Keith Lee, like I said, absolutely destroyed Akira Tozawa. 1, 2, 3 with the powerbomb. I thought it was pretty cool. Honestly, I would have preferred Keith Lee to come out and maybe take out a guy like Karrion Kross, not a guy like Akira Tozawa, because that, in my opinion, taking out Akira Tozawa isn't really sending a statement at all. I would have preferred him coming out, taking out a guy like Karrion Kross. I think that would be pretty cool. Somebody who has a lot of momentum on Raw already. I think that would have been way better. But yeah, as far as all the 24/7 crap goes, I cannot freaking stand it. I'm not even going to lie. Moving over here was Charlotte versus Doudrop. 1-on-1 for the Women's Championship Open Challenge. Eva Marie distracted Doudrop in order for Charlotte to pick up the victory. Just typical crap. Charlotte retained the Women's Championship. And then right after the match, Eva Marie grabs a microphone, starts talking some trash. And then I knew it again. I'm like, okay, somebody's about to pop out here. Why does she have a microphone? What is about to go down here? Eva Marie gets taken out by Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler pops out, similar to last week with Nia Jax. She brings her to the outside, stomps on her arm on the steel steps, basically putting her out of action for a couple months here, which is awesome because I freaking can't stand Eva Marie. So that is awesome that she's not going to be on Raw for a while here. But yeah, I like the new Shayna stuff, completely just heel Shayna. Doesn't care. I'm going to break your limbs. I'm going to tear you apart no matter what. I think it's awesome. I've always liked Shayna, but she's always been missing something. So I think this is what she's needed coming out, being, bad. I think it's just cool, man. Moving over here, it was Ali, Jeff Hardy, and Mansoor going up against freaking Jinder Mahal and the new Singh brothers. It was an okay match. It was pretty freaking lame, to be honest, because Jeff Hardy freaking lost again. Veer basically just dominated the entire thing in the end and was able to pin, I believe it was Ali, with a wicked clothesline, and then Jeff lost another match. So yeah, nothing new, not at all. Nope. Moving over here, Karrion Kross went up against Jackson Ryker, and when Jackson Ryker popped out, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about Elias. I forgot about Elias and those videos that he's been filming, like the promo, videos that he's been doing with, Elias is dead. I completely forgot about those. And when Jackson Ryker popped out, I started to remember, and I'm like, oh my god. But anyways, Karrion Kross, he destroyed Ryker. Wasn't expecting anything less. Super lame, just tapped him out. Very boring, and so was Karrion Kross. Moving over here, Damian Priest versus Sheamus, no holds barred match. Definitely more extreme than the Extreme Rules triple threat match with Jeff Hardy. Extreme Rules, definitely more extreme. This was no holds barred match again. again. Priest, Sheamus, United States Championship. I would assume this is going to be Sheamus' last opportunity at the United States Championship. The match was all right. Sheamus went through a table. I thought that was pretty cool. And then in the end, Priest was able to hit his maneuver, pick up the victory. And honestly, I'm really excited to see who Priest's next challenger is going to be, because he's got to be done with Sheamus. Like, this is literally like the 4th or 5th time they've faced each other in some sort of match stipulation. So hopefully it's over between them. Hopefully Priest gets a fresh, new opponent for the United States Championship. I think that'd be really cool. But as far as the match goes, thought it wasn't too bad. Moving over here, it was Angel Garza going up against Eric, the brand new tag team of Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza being displayed again this week, and I really like them. I really like them together. Of course, they are cousins, so they have a little bit of chemistry. They look pretty similar, so it's a pretty cool tag team. Angel Garza had a one-on-one match with Eric, and he was able to pick up the victory with a minor distraction from Humberto Carrillo. But yeah, other than that, pretty solid. I wouldn't say it was too bad at all. Moving on to my favorite thing of the show, probably AJ Styles going up against AJ Styles one-on-one going up against Matt Riddle. I really enjoyed this one-on-one match. Main reason being is because Omos didn't get involved. Oh my gosh. This is like one of the first times Omos hasn't got involved in an AJ Styles match in the longest time. He just stood on ringside. He didn't get involved one bit, and I loved it. AJ Styles took care of business. He locked in the calf crusher a couple times, and then in the end, AJ Styles was able to hit the Styles Clash, which I feel like we haven't seen in the longest time. Oh my god. And he pinned Riddle. 1, 2, 3. No help. Taking care of business. Straight up AJ Styles. And now I'm remembering why AJ Styles is one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, this was good. I really enjoyed this. I forgot about Omos, and I loved it. But then after the match, of course, Omos jumped in the ring, and he just destroyed Matt Riddle, which I'm like, that was unnecessary. But as far as the match goes between them two, I really enjoyed it. Moving over here is the opening match of the night. It was Big E going up against Bobby Lashley one-on-one for the WWE Championship. I found it very odd how they were opening the show with this match. And, of course, Shelton and Cedric. Yeah. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander were super lost on Raw, so they're like, you know what? Let's go back to Bobby Lashley. Let's go back to serving dues for Bobby Lashley. So they're doing just that. They pop out, they distract Big E almost enough for Bobby Lashley to retain or regain his WWE Championship. And then the New Day pop out, help out Big E a little bit, and then it turns into a disqualification. Adam Pearce makes a match later in the show. A steel cage match, in fact, which I really enjoyed. That was my second favorite match on the show. That did not top this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was a really cool steel cage match. Shelton and Cedric tried getting involved. The New Day stopped them. And then in the end, we saw Big E deliver this wicked big ending off the middle rope to, or was it the top rope? It was pretty high up to Bobby Lashley, and then he pinned him 1, 2, 3 and retained his WWE Championship. And then Drew McIntyre made his presence felt. Brand new figure, by the way. How beautiful is that thing? And he came out with Angela's sword and pointed at Big E, and he wants a title opportunity for the WWE Championship, more than likely at the Crown Jewel. So the Crap Jewel, honestly, turning out to be pretty good. They got some pretty good matches going on here. Lashley and Goldberg. Let's hope Lashley can beat him. Drew and Big E. And of course, we're going to go over SmackDown right now. But yeah, I mean, the Crap Jewel might not be the Crap Jewel anymore. They might be turning it around here. But yes, in the end, I'm probably going to give Raw probably a 2.5 out of 5, only because I really enjoyed the AJ and the Big E stuff. As far as everything else goes, just okay. Now we're gonna jump into SmackDown. Darn, I'm so mad. Whatever. Continuing the weekend review here with SmackDown, we're going to jump right in. This was day 1 of the draft. We saw some new superstars transition to both shows. They were very specific on when these drafts are actually going to be confirmed, and each superstars are going to be on their final shows, and that's going to be after Crown Jewel, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I guess they want to finish their build-ups for the stories that they already started without the superstars traveling the other shows, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, show is okay. I love the beginning. Ending, not so much, so we're gonna get into it. Opened up the show with the head of the table, Roman Reigns, coming out with Paul Heyman, asking the crowd to acknowledge him, and Paul Heyman basically just saying how Brock Lesnar is gonna get destroyed by the suplexicist Roman Reigns at the crown jewel. And then he said Brock Lesnar. And then on cue, Brock Lesnar pops out with his entrance music. He does the fireworks with the fists, hit like throwing him down. I'm like, this is so sick. Paul Heyman runs down to the ring. He starts fighting Roman Reigns. I thought this was so cool. He literally started fighting Roman Reigns. I'm like, this is awesome. But then the Usos ran down, and then Reigns was able to escape, and then the Usos just got beat up. I don't know how the Usos don't think that Roman is freaking using him, like using them. Like I don't understand this. Like literally, he left him high and dry in the ring to get beat up by Brock Lesnar with suplexes and F5s. I'm like, how do you guys not know that Roman Reigns is freaking using you? I'll never understand. But yes, Brock Lesnar did destroy the Usos and basically said backstage that he's a free agent. He's not specific to one show. He's specific to anywhere he wants to be. So I thought that was really cool. And, of course, they're going to be fighting at the Crown Jewel. A little more build-up for that. I'm really excited for it. Great way to open the show, by the way. Moving over here, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins broke into the home of Edge. Yes, Seth Rollins broke into the actual home of Edge, and I couldn't believe it. Edge was at Smackdown in the center of the ring, so there was nothing he can do but call his wife and tell him not to go home. And I was like, what the crap am I watching? But yeah, Seth Rollins was like messing around. He was in the fridge getting orange juice and an apple, and then just messing around. I'm surprised he didn't like destroy anything in the house. I thought that was really surprising. But yeah, he was just walking around. The door was open conveniently. And then yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Reminded me of the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe rivalry a little bit. But yeah, that was all right. That was all right. Oh, God. Baron Corbin, or should I say Happy Corbin, going up against Kevin Owens in a one-on-one match. This match sucked so bad. Kevin Owens, he hit 2 end of days, one on the outside and then one in the ring, and then was able to pick up the victory. It was super bad. He had like something Cat Moss, like Mad Cat Moss or something on ringside. He posed it as a distraction every once in a while, but other than that, that was literal garbage. We had an 8-man tag team match over here. It was the New Day and the Street Profits going up against Rude, Ziggler, and Otis and Gable. 8-man tag team match. I thought it was really exciting, fun tag team match. Some high-flying action from the Street Profits. Just an overall good match. Some decent movers from Chad Gable. In the end, New Day, who have been recently drafted to SmackDown, splitting from Big E again. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, they're literally just splitting up the New Day again. But of course, Big E is WWE champion doing a singles little thing. But yes, in the end, New Day did have some spotlight on him when they hit their little finishing maneuver to Robert Roode, slamming him in the center of the ring. Very similar to this right here. Pretty sick setup, by the way. Very cool. Moving over here, it was Carmella versus Liv Morgan, but the match never even got underway. Carmella threw a protective mask on and then just rushed the ring and attacked Liv Morgan. I thought this was complete and total utter garbage. Moving over here was the main event of the show, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, one-on-one. This match was alright. It was so overhyped. Oh my god, they're like, yeah, this is going to be one of the best matches in SmackDown history. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? But yeah, it definitely did not live up to that. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, it was okay. I feel like I've seen this match like multiple times, so I wasn't excited for it whatsoever. In the end, Becky Lynch basically just laid on the hair of Bianca Belair in order for Sasha Banks to pin her, basically. Pretty lame ending, to be honest. And then Charlotte Flair, who has been recently drafted to SmackDown here, and she's still the Raw Women's Champion, pops in the ring and just takes out everyone, which I thought was pretty interesting because now the Raw Women's Championship is on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's Championship is also on SmackDown. So that's very interesting because now both main women's titles are on SmackDown. So more than likely, Lynch is going to get drafted to Raw, and then they're just going to swap titles somehow. But yeah, that was a not bad way to end the show, but as far as the Bianca and Sasha match goes, that was super bad. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown. It was okay. It started off so good with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I loved the opener so much, but then it just went downhill. It was all downhill from that. The break into the Edge, that was a little cheesy. Everything else was just bad. I don't know. It just wasn't a really good show. In the end, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, only because the Lesnar and Roman stuff was really good. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown. That was Raw setup style. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the shows down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.